going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
Yellow. Check, 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 check. Check out, check out.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On second down, it's Coleman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 18-yard line.
Down. 180. 53. Mike. White. Watch the safety. Express. Hey, Echo. That's it.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for the Raiders. 53 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Bravo. Yo, Chief. Watch the twist. Express. On me.
Carr now to throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Monday, down. Blue 80. Here we go. Switch. Check 50.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I'm coming after you. Alpha. 55.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. But he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Oakland. The homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 4-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
We're good. You ready? Hey, Raider 2. Go. 53 for Mike. 53. We're watch the slip. Express. Undercrush.
Shotgun now for Carr. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike, 53. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check nickel. Right Monday down. Raider 1. Check 99.
From the gun, it's Carr. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him. But instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. They'll run it with Coleman. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Eluding the pressure right. Coleman has it here right side. Give him 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Butker's kick here is good. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Express. Spud. Hand me. Express.
Operating from the gun. Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You're mine. Mike 50.
Stop your whining.
Now Carr. It's caught. Nelson. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Down. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. You ready? Fight Monday. Easy, easy. Kill. Give me some. Here we go. You're mine.
Tighten up. Switch.
What's up?
To throw his car. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Mahomes now on first down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Attack!
Mike 29. Get ready. Scene 6. Mike 29. Tackle. 29 is a 15. 29. Let's go, D. Big series.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check 26. Check 26. Hey, check. Express.
Check 24. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Express.
Play.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs.
Down. 180.
Check 53. Curl. Shit. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
On first down, Richard, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
That's Sunday. Down. Blue 80.
Number 53.
808.
Ain't no such thing as
Alpha.
Mike, 53. 53.
OP.
Blue down. Pick the edge.
That's it.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Watch out for Hill on the return. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
49 is Mike's fault. You ain't going nowhere. 49.
Mahomes now to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Carl Joseph, and he is all the way up past the 25. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Darren Lee there to get him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
We're good. You ready?
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
White. That's it.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
93.
50.
Express.
Check right 50.
Deuce right, Chief.
Check your outreach.
From the gun, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now, Mahomes, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. From his linebacker spot, Vontaze Burfict with a sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And an alley to run. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Kill.
29. Hey, Charlie. Down.
50. Bandit.
Now Carr. Caught left side, Williams. 22 yards there, a first down. For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. With Derek Carr as a starter, just 2-8 against KC, 2-6 before Mahomes became the starter. Well, the road not likely to get any easier anytime soon. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Raider 2.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Bill, you wide 8-8.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check.
Watch switch.
He's crazy.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
3rd and 6.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Raider 1.
Let's go. Hey, we got
Small.
53. Mike 53. Watch
Go
this.
Chief.
Kill.
Express. That's it.
Operating from the gun. Carr. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. J.J. Nelson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. This is Coleman with a grab. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. About 3 yards there to the 27. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Express. Back.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, 734. Bang. 6 guys. 637.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Let's go, D.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This is caught. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelce, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, You'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now it's Mahomes again. Buying time to his left. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Cleveland Farrell in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Oakland, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.